Good afternoon, everybody. Here for our second match of the Supreme Pool Series. Good match here between Neil Raybone and the most electrifying man in 8-ball pool, Seb Webb. Joining me in the commentary box is no other than the Rat, Stefan Rasidi.
Two Keith lads in the box, eh? Right, so good game. This should be a good one for the people watching at home, really. Neil, I believe he's hit a bit of form recently. He's done well in the Free Sports Premier League that's on the IPA at the moment. I think he's top of the rankings on that. It's on telly at the minute.
Yeah, I didn't see too much of it, but I've heard he played really well. I think he beat, was it Simon Ward and was it Ben Davis?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so. But yeah, he's doing really well. So just before we start, we may as well talk about it, Chris. Good win for you at the weekend last week.
Yeah, really good win. Won the World Pool Series over in Bucharest, beating a good friend Jason Shaw in the final.
Yeah, I watched the match like it was a brilliant game. I mean, he pulled it back. We're at 12-11, and then you did a good finish, didn't you? And
Yeah.
that kind of won you the match. That finish.
Yeah, I was 10-2 in front. Jason come back to 12-11 to me, and then lucky for me, he broke dry, and I broke and ran. He broke dry again, I ran, and I broke and ran again.
Yeah.
And then I broke and ran my last one. So yeah, delighted to win the event, but we're here at another tournament, different discipline, or should I say same discipline, different table and rules and balls.
That's it. So you've played on this this match table last event a couple of times. I'm yet to play on it. Do you think it's a lot different to the ones out in the kind of main arena, if you like?
Yeah, totally different. The pockets are bigger for a start. The play are bigger because it's everything's brand new.
The lighting as well.
Yeah, the lighting, the heating always makes the ball sliding a little easier. Tough match though for both players. Obviously, Neil would be the favourite for me and a better all-round player. But Seb's a really dangerous player, and he can blow anybody away off the table.
Yeah, especially if he gets going. Like, that's a bit of a wild one, first shot in. Like, but especially if he gets going, like you say, he can reel 4 or 5 frames off in quick succession.
Yeah, he was a little bit unlucky there. He did a good break, and the Reds were definitely the easier set of the two. But he had a tough first shot, and obviously there's a little bit of nerves out there.
Is it loud? Can you? Sorry. So Neil's taking the Reds. Probably just drop these two in down the rail now and then. One in the middle, one in the corner, back for the black.
Yeah, that's definitely the correct way to go.
Problem with this, Chris, is obviously it leaves the one down the rail for the last ball. I mean,
yeah, but the pockets play absolutely huge, so
yeah, it's not
there's going to be no bother.
I'd have gone rail, middle, corner, probably, like you say yourself.
Just got to be a little bit careful if he doesn't want to go too close to the 8-ball.
Yeah, just like I say, just make sure it grips it enough just to bring the white off the cushion nicely. Miss the yellows.
You can clearly see there that red pulled away from the rail and
Still
it still
went.
dropped in.
Yeah. So good finish, first round.
So 1-0 to Neil Raybone. Neil breaking. Let's see how he's breaking.
I think he breaks down the middle. Yeah.
Well,
In control.
very
that.
tough, very hard break, but no control whatsoever. When you're breaking from the centre like that, you're looking to stop the white in the middle of the table. And Neil just drew that cue ball straight into the corner pocket.
I mean, obviously it wouldn't have been too bad if it had. Wow. I know he's got too busy, but he didn't even cue that.
He's showing a lot of nerves here, in my opinion. He's got to go for reds from here. The far easier than the yellows.
Yeah, take this red here down the rail, one at the top, middle.
Yeah, he's going to go corner, one along the top rail, red in the middle, red in the other middle, and then the red that's next to the yellow in the centre of the table, that'll be his second to last ball.
Yeah.
To get the red over the pocket. Well, that's the way he should be going, but you never know with Seb. Needs to bear down on these shots because he's made a few glaring errors so far.
Played that well.
Well, you say played it well, but he's a little bit short.
I think he can just hold, can't he, to go on for these two down here. In the bottom left or the middle. Probably
Well,
go for the bottom
he's
left.
got to drop it in absolutely dead weight. And he's been lucky there. He's been really lucky.
Very lucky.
Got to play the red in the centre pocket now.
Yeah, drop through and then come round the gap of the yellow and the black.
Could even run into the yellow here, slowly. And he can put the red in the centre and screw straight back. Or should I say the red in the corner and screw straight back. Good shot, really good shot there. A little bit unlucky to be hampered, but played a good shot.
I think he's got enough at white to get round.
He needs to land high on this red though. That's a nice little nudge, but you see he's landed the wrong side now. He didn't think about this.
He's got to come up and down, hasn't
Well, this could bounce out of the centre pocket. Oh, he's just rolling it in, taking it into the corner.
he? What's going on the bottom right?
From our camera angle, it doesn't look like it does. And if it doesn't, that is probably the worst decision
Yeah,
I've
it must
seen.
do.
It was a great shot
Great
there by
shot.
Seb.
Great shot.
And that's what you get with Seb. He plays a lot of rash shots, but he does pot the ball very well.
So what time are you on tonight?
I'm on at 5:30.
5:30. Who you playing?
No idea. I never look, I just look at the time. The one thing I will say about this rack, what we're using, it is very good, and it does get all the balls touching, but
Yeah.
virtually after every single rack, the referee needs to manoeuvre balls so that she can take the rack off.
Well, in the Boyle Gillespie game, I think it happened quite a lot where the rack, there was nothing on it. I'm a big fan of it. I think it's great, the fact that obviously the balls are touching. I know it can get a bit messy if you, say, for example, play the local league or whatever, and you were using that, because then there's going to be arguments when people move the balls. Here, obviously, we've got refs, haven't we? So.
Well, the problem is you get a lot of the players in the pool world who can't rack the balls properly. So it's a massive advantage for the people who can't.
And the people who genuinely don't have a good break. I mean, that's not a good break, is it?
No, and the Reds are absolutely sitting here. This is what Neil needed. Straight back to the table with more or less rollings. He's probably looking at leaving the two Reds as we look at the bottom of the table and the one next to the yellow. They'll be his last two balls to get into the 8 ball.
Yeah. Just got to get on that one on the side.
Well, me personally, I'd be playing the red down the cushion and potting the other red in the centre pocket in the same shot.
Yeah, to guarantee being on the
Guaranteed to be on the move ball. If that ball goes over the pocket, it's even better.
I think he's going to put this and screw over to the side, though, which is not wrong. Not a wrong route, really, is it?
It's not a bad option.
It's a good shot. Just needs to make sure he's got the angle to go down.
The only reason I like the other way is that you're putting a red over the corner, you're guaranteed to put the other red in the middle, and you're perfect on the red what he's on now. So you've got bottom two corners covered, and they all connect to each other.
Looks a bit straight, that, Chris.
Yeah, but you can roll it in. It's easy enough to play the plant.
I think it's on. You can't get close, but he'll be happy with it.
Well, the problem is when playing the plant, he doesn't want the other red to stay on the cushion. So he needs to play the plant thin, but the cue ball will be going away from him. He needs to be very careful here. He doesn't want to cannon that yellow in front of the black.
No, cover the black then. Yeah, he may try and miss that out. The thing is now, obviously, he's got to get the right angle on the plant that he's just played.
Well, he should clear it from here, but he's made it a little bit more difficult than it needed to be.
He's going to probably put the black in the opposite middle.
There we see the rack getting in the way again.
Yeah, the black's on it.
This for me personally is a pain, because I like to just get on with it. When you're asking the referee to move the rack every 2 minutes, it's just a delay in the matches, delay in play, and it can certainly affect a fast player.
So you're hoping to go a bit deeper this event, Chris?
Well, yeah, hopefully. Obviously, there's a lot of good players, all the best players in the world that are playing. So you just need a little bit of luck at the right moment. The first two series that I've played in, I've had some awful draws. But I haven't played bad, I've played really well. It's just the break cost me a couple of the matches. But that's the way it goes. Sometimes you get the rolls and sometimes you don't.
That's it, yeah, 100%.
Neil could actually play for the black in the centre pocket here.
That's what I said, didn't I? You just come behind into the gap.
He could even play for the double. It's an easy double if he just rolls this in. Well, that's good.
Nice.
I think I'd be checking this up with a bit of right hand side here and playing the 8 ball in the bottom right hand corner. When you start to roll these kind of shots, you're also bringing into the equation a kick.
He's done what you said. Eradicate that shot.
And
Good finish.
That's the third frame to Neil Raybone, leading 2 Farracks to 1 over Seb Webb. Good match so far. Neil certainly looks the better of the 2 players.
Just looks composed, doesn't he? That's all.
Well, he takes more care in what he's doing. Obviously, Seb is well known for being a fast and quite erratic player. But he shouldn't be on his phone, that's for sure.
Yeah, maybe.
And if he isn't careful, the referee can take a rack off him.
Maybe Seb just needs to get his head into the game, you know.
Well, this for me just shows you Seb Webb all over. He's playing a pool match and he's sat there on his phone.
Yeah, I think everyone, the phones get left, don't they? You don't take your phone into the arena.
Well, there's nothing wrong with taking your phone in as long as you turn the phone off. But while you're looking at your phone, then you're obviously not concentrating on the job in hand. Let's have a look at Neil's break.
It's the last time he scratched into the top right.
Does have a very good break, does Neil, but it doesn't seem to control the cue ball as good as some players. We see there, the cue ball went everywhere, and he's been very lucky there because the cue ball just
flew.
Well, it flew straight off the side rail, straight into the park, and started spinning everywhere.
The thing is as well, because he's hitting that bad, the balls, they are on the rack, aren't they? You know, there's 3 balls on the rack. So I don't think it's going to be difficult to remove this. You literally move the red out of the way, and the rack should slide off.
And again, this is a 4th rack, and I believe every single rack, the referees had to move the shark rack. Good shot there by Neil.
Bit unlucky.
A little bit unlucky. He has got a shot though. And pop this red into the top corner pocket. I'm a fan of rolling this at a nice weight. Because if he does miss the pocket by a little bit, it may drop in. Well, it won't drop in if you miss it by that far. But it's not the end of the world, because I'm not sure if the yellow goes past the red in the top right hand corner pocket.
No, I don't think so.
Definitely goes in the middle. That's for sure.
These are the frames where I've got to be honest. I fancy Neil all day long.
Well, if he's got a nice little angle here, Seb can stun in behind the yellow in the top pocket. That's good. And he may even try to pop the other red in the same shot here.
Yeah, that's probably
just play it with the touch of top spin, and he'll push off the top rail and be on the yellow in the centre pocket. Well, that's just madness.
That's a great shot. He's got
not a great shot, Stefan. And for anybody who think that's a great shot, they must be crazy, because that is just relying on pure luck.
I think that will worth it. And obviously this is the difference between you and me, but I personally think that was worth a bit of a swing, because he knew the other red were going near the corner pocket and he wanted to try and get that bad yellow out.
Yeah, but if he plays it at medium pace, he pushes through the red, probably pops the red over the pocket, and then he's on the yellow that he's just knocked out in the centre pocket with an angle then to screw round for the yellow down the cushion. I mean, that was just lunacy, the shot he's played there. Now he's in trouble.
Yeah, he is in trouble. He's in trouble.
For me here, he's got to try and tie this red up near the black. So I will be playing off the yellow and putting the yellow in front of the red, or as close
Leave
to
the
the red
white
as
down,
possible,
yeah.
and try and leave the white on the bottom cushion in line with the black, so that it can't pop the red over the pocket.
Yeah. See, good knowledge now. This is crazy.
Well, he's thrown all his eggs in one basket there, and you might be getting away with it against your local league players, but against somebody like Neil Raybone, you ain't going to get away with it. I totally understand that sometimes you have to let your arm go and have a go at a swing. But that wasn't the time or the place to do it.
And that's just developed perfect, so this should be 3-1 now. Come round for the top. And then down for the middle for the black.
Yeah, I'm going to say this table's playing really nice at the moment. The only little niggle I have with the Supreme table is I love the table, I actually play on one. But the only little niggle I have is I wish they could develop something to put in the pocket to stop the noise.
Yeah.
And it would also stop the bounce outs, because you do get quite a few bounce outs.
Cadbury's Parrots.
Good shot there by Neil, and he's going to take this frame to lead 3-1.
Obviously, like I said at the start of the match, Neil is accustomed to playing on the stream tables, the TV tables, etc. I know Seb plays a lot of money matches and does really well in these money matches. But obviously he's got more experience, so...
So at first glance, Stefan, it looks like Seb's throwing his arm at everything, and Neil's basically mopping up Seb's mistakes.
Yeah, it's picking up pace at the moment, isn't it? That's for sure. Seb desperately needs a break and finish here, Chris.
Good break from Seb there, deserves to make one on that break.
Yeah, that were a lot better. That's unlucky.
And just look at the reds.
Very unlucky there. He hit them. That was his best break so far, wasn't it?
Well, that's not Neil's best shot. I don't think he played for the double, but he'll certainly take it. And the Reds are absolutely sitting here.
Yeah, this should be good night. It should be 4-1.
Yeah, this is definitely a good night. One in the middle, one in the top corner. Screw back a few inches for the red next to the black. One in the right middle, one in the left middle, and the black in the right corner. That's just about perfect. Could have been a little bit straighter, but
On these
I'll
tables,
take it.
you can pinch it easy. Screw it back. Won't be a problem.
It's looking like 4-1. Seb Webb's in big trouble here.
Again, we can see Seb sat down here.
Well, that's an absolutely terrible shot from Neil. No reason whatsoever to go into the 8-ball.
Why has he played it so hard?
And I tell you what, he's been very, very lucky.
He's got angle to get it on.
Because he can screw this red in and play for the black in the centre pocket. I believe it just goes. And if it doesn't...
Yeah, you can see that it does.
If it doesn't, he's only got one other shot. And that, for me, is a 3-railer into the middle pocket. Oh, he's over at this one, I think. Yep. Oh, is he just on it? He may be just on this.
I think you take the rack off here, aren't you? This is
Well,
the thing
good
what
luck
you see
taking
there.
the rack off here. And this is what I'm saying, Stefan. This is a 5th rack, and every rack, it's been in the way.
It has in this match, yeah, you're right. Can he swerve, slightly swerve it and turn it in, Chris?
I actually spoke to a few people before the series, and they was asking
Can
me
they swerve
about
it
the
and turn
rack,
it in?
and I said it just gets in the way, and they said, oh no, it only happens once or twice.
He's done it, swerved it. Turned it in.
Good shot there by Neil, but very fortunate to have a shot on it.
Very lucky there, very, very lucky. Very lucky, because obviously a class of player of Neil's class, he knew he didn't need to move it, touch it.
Well, he shouldn't have been anywhere near the 8-ball, to be honest. Probably just a lack of concentration.
Mm-hmm.
Frame number 6, Neil Raybone to break, leading 4 frames to 1. Time running.
Good powerful break there by Neil.
That was the one he wanted.
And he's made 1 red and 2 yellows, and they haven't come out pretty. What do you like here, Stefan?
Well, all the yellows go. But I'll be going reds. But I like yellows, to be fair. Yellows do go. The one next.
The yellows are definitely the balls, without a shadow of a doubt.
Could he get on this one behind the black? That's his last ball.
Yeah. So for me, put the 2 yellows at the top of the table, come down, play the yellow in the middle that's closest to the cue ball, yellow in the opposite middle, run the cue ball 2 cushions, and play for the yellow in the same middle as your last yellow,
Black in middle.
and then the black in either 2 middles or either corner. other than that, he could pop the yellow in the... He's going reds.
You can go red.
I'm very surprised at this.
I'm not surprised, Chris. I think they're there as well, aren't they? Just as easy.
Well, the reds are not as easy as the yellows, that's for sure. He's got to develop one of the reds. That's why they're not as easy. He doesn't have to develop a yellow.
I didn't mean as easy, sorry, but I mean the gettable yellows with the balls, like you said. But
there you go. That ball, what he went into them of, was never the right shot. He has got a chance here, but I don't know if you've seen it. It may be on the plant. Not quite sure.
Don't think he is. I think yellow's just in the way.
Can he pop the red past the yellow in the right centre? That's the question.
Yeah, that's a good underball.
That's a good shot. I had a feeling he might play this shot. He's going to now play off the red, pop the red over the pocket.
And be on the ball.
And he really wants to play this with right hand spin. Therefore, when the cue ball hits the other red, it'll stay above the other red that he's playing for.
Yeah.
He'll have a nice little angle that way. He doesn't want to play this too slow. Well, he's not even looked at it.
You haven't seen it, Chris?
Well, I can't believe he's not playing that. Very, very surprised. Great shot, but look where he's landed. I didn't realise he could cut that ball in.
He's got to take this long now, hasn't he? I can put this one up at rail, take it long. If the black goes in the middle.
He could even play the one up the rail now.
I think he will.
Not an easy shot because he's very close to the cue ball. Has to be careful of a double hit.
No.
Oh, wow. How was that gone in? I think we're playing 9-ball, ladies and gentlemen. He's missed that pot by a good 2 inches and that's dropped in.
Yeah, any other table that one in with it, you know. And black obviously goes into the middle. It does. So that's 5-1.
That's 5-1 to Neil, and this match is getting away from Seb.
And as Andrew Cox has just said there on Facebook, huge. That bag was huge there, wasn't it? Absolutely massive.
Yes, that shouldn't have gone in, and you can clearly see Seb there. If you look at him, he's on his phone again. And for me, well, he's lost.
Yeah, his attitude.
His attitude in the game is very poor.
And obviously, Seb can play. I mean, we're talking about how he can play.
Well, he can certainly play. He's a very good player.
Very good player, but I don't understand from start. His attitude looks a bit like he don't want to kind of be in the arena for the game. I don't know. But it is a race to 11. Anything can.
Well, I do think phones are banned, and the referee's just telling him now, I believe. And if she isn't, she needs to take note because we can see it from the commentary box. So, and she's only stood 6 feet away. So she needs to be having a word with Seb.
Wouldn't get away with this at Q School, would we, Melon?
Well, if he was doing that against me, I'd just say to him, Seb, put your phone down, or I'll be throwing it across the room, pal.
Look at the break again from Seb. He's hit them well.
He's hit the break, but you've got to feel a little bit sorry for him because he's hitting the break really good and he's just getting no luck.
Reds it is.
Time running.
I mean, Seb's more than capable of winning. Like I said at the start, 4 or 5 frames on the trot. So he's not out of it yet. But
well, the thing with Seb is he can turn in an instant, and he can win 4 or 5 racks in 10 minutes. So he's never out of it. But
he just needs to get his head on the game.
He's not getting any luck on the break, and he's obviously making quite a few vital errors as well. Unfortunately, if you can't hear the commentary, we're very sorry because we can't speak up because it's affecting the players and we're having to whisper. Needs to be a little bit careful here. He's got to control the cue ball well.
Just roll it through though, Chris, don't you, surely?
He can roll it through, but I don't think he's landed in a good position, if you know what I mean. The white seems to be slightly going away from him.
Yeah, checked it out. Played that.
Good shot there.
Played that well.
Well, he can just drop this yellow in the middle now. Push the yellow in the corner.
Yes.
Just touch up to the black. Push the black maybe 2 inches forward.
Or even stun across.
Stun across.
Stun across.
Well,
Yellow in the
he
top one.
could do that also. I think that's what he's going to play now.
Yeah, you can do your shot here if you want as well.
Yeah, it's just personal preference. I think the stun across is probably the better shot. You've got more target area to land in. A little bit short. He's landed the wrong side then. He had a big area to land in there. That's a poor shot again from Neil.
I think you can just grip it enough to hold it for the black at same bag look, can't you?
Yeah, he can screw it off the side rail and he's going to be okay. He could even push through the red. There's a little bit of risk with that because he could end up snooking himself, but just needs to be a little bit careful. It's a good shot there by Neil. And this is 6-1. Neil's break. He could be looking at 7-1.
Yeah. If I was Seb in this situation,
We'll just bring you a few latest scores, which is Gareth Higgins is losing 1-0 to Mark White. Neil Raybone is winning at 6-1 against Seb Webb as we're watching. Liam Pedley's losing 1-0 against Cameron Dunlop. Daniel Bishop losing 4-3 to Zach Cooper. Cole Bedford losing 7-3 to Zach Shepherd. Ollie Bale is losing 8-5 to Drew Hughes. Adam Penrow losing 4-3 to Ronald McCarthy. Chris Dale losing 10-5 to Craig Lakin. Eddie Barker is 7-all with Christy Caulfield. Omar Munshid against Arfan Dad. Arfan's leading 6-4. Ryan Pisani has beaten Ben Fortley 6-4. Phil Naylor is beating the real number 1, George Tierney 5-3. Declan Brennan is beating Tom Cousins 7-4. That's a little turn up for the Bucks, but I did fancy Declan in that game.
obviously he's flying in it from his
Ben
running
Rowland
back.
beating Lewis Calcutt 9-6, and Ben Rowland was actually 5-1 down in that match. And Rob Chilton is 5-4 down against Adam Davis. Poor break again. That's not unlucky. That's a poor break. And the first shot Seb wants to do is just tickle that yellow out in the middle of the table that's on the triangle.
Yeah.
Not this way though, the other way. What is he doing? What is this boy doing? I mean, this is just, well, amateurish. It's really, really poor pool. All he had to do was tickle that yellow out to the bottom rail, and it was ABC.
The speed that he played that shot was quite unbelievable.
Sorry, Ricky, we can't turn the microphones up anymore because we've been told off for speaking too loud. The commentary box is literally 5 feet from the main table.
And the referee told us off. Well, you just got to take it a bit more care. I mean, these are gettable easily. Let's drop this plant in now, did we?
Yeah, but that's a bad shot as well, Stefan, because he should be somewhere near straight on that red.
Yeah, but obviously. Get the wrong side of it.
Ooh, he played it okay. Needs to take a little care on this one. Not a bad shot, but he's landed the wrong side of the red. Needed to land low on that. Now he
Can he screw through?
He can screw. No, he can. I tell you what he can do. He can screw the side cushion straight back across for the black in the opposite middle.
That's what I said. Through the gap.
Great shot. Brilliant shot that is.
See, this is what Seb can do in terms of good shot making.
Well, what you get with Seb is very similar to how I used to play, Stefan. I used to just pop the balls and think afterwards, which is exactly what Seb's doing. But there comes a point when you keep losing where you have to learn. Now, I watched Seb's last money match, and if Seb had played a couple of safety shots in that match, he would have probably won it. You know, he did well to get back in the match at 2019 because he was a long way behind. But again, he's on his phone. I mean, this is just stupidity. I mean, where is his concentration? Where's his focus? He's probably texting his dad and telling him that he's just run 7 balls in a row. Does he think he went the right way? Well, I know what his dad would be saying if he does say that.
Yeah, so do I.
Let's see if he changes his break this time, Stefan, because the last few times he come up dry.
Set left to break. Trailing 6 frames to 2. Time running.
Yeah.
Well, good break there. Didn't control the white great, but nevertheless a good break.
I think the reds are there, aren't they?
The reds are really easy, and the first shot he should be playing is playing the yellow in the top and clipping off it and putting the red over the pocket. That opens everything up.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not even looked at it. It's not a bad thing.
He's getting up to his work, isn't he?
Yeah, he can play the red into the yellow and push it onto the red over the pocket. Needs to take a little bit of care here. And again, he's leaving his hardest ball to last.
Yeah.
Putting all his eggs in one basket. He needed to get rid of this early. If he'd have got rid of this early, like first shot, he wouldn't have had a problem. Now he's got a little problem. Well, I'm sorry, but for anybody watching at home, this is not how you play pool. He's totally gone the wrong way. For somebody that's a good player, like Seb is, I cannot believe the way he's gone about this clearance. This red was the toughest ball on the table, and he's left it to the last, and he had no reason to do that.
Yeah, I mean, we all play different, don't we? But Seb's more than experienced and played enough games to know that he should have been getting
He plays big money matches of 20,000-30,000, Stefan.
Mm-hmm.
Surely to God, he knows that when a ball's tied up, you don't leave it till last. I don't know what he's going to play here. The only thing I can see is an up and down between the black and the yellow. Yellow that's closest to the bottom cushion. And hit it as hard as you can. Because that red can only double, that's it. This is no good trying to swerve this, not on this cloth.
Can he do
this is probably going to go in off in the top right corner. There you go. Don't worry about my knowledge.
Called it. Yeah, unfortunately you were dead there, weren't you?
Well, I feel for Seb that the wheel's going round, but the hamster's dead.
Yeah, I'm going to bring that up actually. In the first event, he played Jude, didn't he, on this table? And he played well.
He played well, but I always felt that whenever he had something difficult to do, he was going to go the wrong way about it and get himself into trouble, and that's what he did. But he can play. He's very, it may sound like I'm knocking him, and the reason it may sound like that is because I know how good he can play, and he's playing nothing like he should be playing.
Yeah, we both know him well, don't we? So it's hard to watch when you know someone well and they're not playing to their capability. You know. But it happens to everyone.
Is Seb going to go back on his phone? What price is the bookie putting on this one?
Don't know how to taste yet, they'll find out.
I reckon he is. Let's have a little look.
Kendall's about, so he might not.
Yeah, King Kendall's here.
Kendall's about.
Keeping his eye about.
Kendall's told him.
And I think she's just had a word with him. Well, it's only taken 9 racks and he's been on his phone 3 times. But she's right, he shouldn't be on his phone. Should be concentrating 100% on the job in hand.
Kendall's put his authority down there, told her.
King Kenny's put his foot down.
About respecting both players, isn't it?
Correct, sir.
So, Neil 7-2 up. It looks like there's only going to be one result. I mean, we've seen big turnaround before, so you never know. But he's up against it.
Frame number 10, Neil Raybone to break, leading 7 frames to 2. Time running.
And dry break there from Neil, but the yellows look really nice. First shot going to be the yellow into the centre pocket.
Yeah, if you
And
can drop it.
everything else from there looks plain sailing.
Yeah.
And Seb really needs to start taking these out, because if he doesn't, he's in big, big trouble.
Well, how many chances can you get, Chris?
Well, he's had enough chances, and he could be winning this match. He's just too quick for me, and he's very lackadaisical in his work.
Well, I hope not good.
Well, lots of clearance in about 40 seconds.
Man after your own heart,
No comment.
But yeah, that's what he can do. But you know, he could have won another 3 frames in this match.
Well, this match, he could actually be in front, the amount of chances he's thrown away. I mean, Neil's gone straight enough off 2 breaks.
And then he's snooted himself.
And then Seb's missed. He must have missed 4 or 5 easy chances. But still a fair way to go. Anything can happen in pool.
So Ben Rowland and Lewis Calcutt's now 9-8 to Ben. So it was 9-6 a minute ago when you mentioned, Chris. It's 9-8 now, so it's getting to the nitty gritty, literally. Rest of the game, it's not too much change. We'll update you in a couple of minutes, just let you know what's going on.
Frame number 11, Seb Webb to break, trailing 7 frames to 3.
Now, Chris, if Seb can win the next 2 frames, well, spoke too soon.
Well, there's been a lot of mistakes in this game, and straight away both sides look really open. And he's got a free shot straight away, and he can open the 2 or 3 bad balls near the 8 ball.
Yeah.
1 free shot, 1 visit.
I would move the yellow personally.
Well, I would move the red. I wouldn't even touch the yellow. Just push the red to the bottom cushion.
Alright.
Yeah, put the cue ball over to the left hand side of the table as we're looking, and just nudge that red to the bottom cushion, and then everything is in the open. But again, it's personal preference. All the yellows go. I'll tell you another shot they could play that's a good shot. He could put the cue ball behind the yellow at the top end of the table and play the yellow onto the yellow and red next to each other.
Yeah.
And hold for the yellow in the top pocket. He's bad yellow.
I think, yeah, it's just a case of like.
He's just going to clip this over the pocket, I feel. Or is he going to push the red over the pocket?
It's going reds, isn't it?
Yeah, he's definitely going reds. He's probably going to play that red that's tied up into the centre pocket. But he needs to be very careful. Good shot there by Neil. Perfect onto red. Oh, he just took a little turn there.
Well, I've got a fingerprint, I think.
that went in the back door.
Wow. So, Seb needs Neil to mess this up here.
It looks like Neil's going to leave the red that's next to the yellow till last.
Yeah.
Probably spot the red and stun into the yellow.
Or I can come behind it, can't I, Chris?
But the only thing that can go wrong is if he stuns into the yellow and hits the yellow thin, the cue ball will then go over towards the red and maybe get too close to it.
Let's see if it does that. I think he's going to play your shot.
Well, he's played a good shot there. Needs to stun this one in though. No gimme. Should make it. You'd probably get it 95% of the time, but you never know.
Can this be the mistake that Seb needs?
Well, you wouldn't think he'd miss it. It's just a nice little soft screw back, but you just never know.
Yeah, cued it really.
Cued that really nice, and it looks like he's taking an 8-3 lead, and he has. It's 8-3 to Neil Raybone, and he's starting to race away with this match.
So even though the last frame Seb cleared up in about 10 seconds, Neil's experience showed there, didn't it? You know?
Yeah, well, whether it takes 10 seconds or whether it takes 5 minutes, it doesn't really matter. For me personally, I just feel that Seb's trying to play to the crowd a little, and yes, fair enough, that's the way he plays, but there's a time and a place to hold back.
So I said I'll tell you some results as well. Viv is racking the balls. So Gareth Higgins is 2 frames to 1 down against Mark White. Obviously this game that we can see here, Liam Pedley is 2-1 down to Cameron Dunlop. Daniel Bishop is 6-5 up against Zach Cooper. Cole Bedford is 5-8 down to Zach Shepherd. Adam Penwell is 6-4 down against Ronan. Christy Caulfield is 7-9 down against Eddie Barker. Fandad is leading 7-5 against Omar Monshid. Ryan Pisani is 7-6 up against Ben Forty. George Cheney, the real number 1, is 5-6 down against Phil Naylor. Tom Cousins is losing 8-5 to Declan Brennan. Ben Rowland is 10-9 down against Lewis Calcutt. And Rob Chilton and Adam Davis is 5-6 to Adam.
Powerful break there from Neil.
I was unlucky not to get a ball there.
Well, I think the secret on this table is not to hit the break good, because every time they're hitting the break good, they're not making a ball. And the Reds look the balls here.
Yeah, I think all Reds go, don't they?
Red into the centre pocket, first shot. The Yellows are okay if you can play the plant first shot.
Next on stream is Mick Hill. I'm not sure who Mick is playing. No, sorry to his opponent. I'm not sure who's playing. 1 second, I'll find out for you. I think it comes up on the bottom of the screen, actually. He's playing Mark Asprey. Mark Asprey versus Mick Hill, next on stream at 3 o'clock. I got a bye today, so I'm on at 10.
You got a bye? Who was you meant to play?
Scott Muscat. I think he's a Maltese lad. And for some reason he's had to pull out, which I'll take, obviously. Which means I've got to win 1 less match to qualify. Did well in the first event, finished joint 9th. Nearly got through, just lost out to Ronan 8-6. And then last event, not so good. So hoping to bounce back in this event and do well. But after the first couple of events, I think I'm ranked 15 or something, so I'll take that. Just need to push on now and hopefully do well in the latter stages.
Yeah, Seb a little bit unlucky there. He's got half a chance here. Well, played that much too hard.
Now, I would not be surprised if Neil played these up.
Yeah, he's got a chance. Not an easy chance, but it's a chance. On the other hand, Seb's brought all his yellows into play, so if he does get a chance, who knows?
Yeah, like we said about Seb's style, he's not had a chance, has he really? He's had the chances, but he's not had a chance the way he's played to get that rhythm going that he does, you know. He's not taking his chances. What a great shot that is. I think if that goes, Chris, that's a brilliant shot.
Well, I think it does. It's a little bit tight, but if it doesn't go, it can certainly cut the red along the top cushion and just cannon the red slowly. It does go.
Brilliant shot then, isn't it?
Well, he's tried to cover the pocket there. And if he's trying to cover the pocket and that red goes, for me, that's definitely the wrong shot.
Yeah. That's the first.
He's put himself in trouble now.
That's the first bad shot Neil's played in this match. He's going to have to cut this in, the white's going to go flying everywhere.
Well, he's got two options. He can either cut the yellow in the centre, the red in the centre, or come off the side cushion, try and push the red over the top pocket where he tried to cover.
Mm-hmm. So Ben Rowland and Lewis Calcott's gone to a decider.
10 seconds. Attention forward.
Well, here's Seb's chance.
As long as that yellow goes, which I
And
think it
Neil's
does.
been a little bit fortunate there, I believe. I'm not sure he can get a yellow.
Okay.
Well, time for Seb to get a little bit of fortune there, I believe. Didn't have an easy shot. But what he does have, he has control for me. Even if Neil covers his pocket here with this red, how does he develop the top two reds at the top of the table?
Mm.
Seb has got another chance. Nothing easy again.
I think Neil will take that where the black is, though.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, Chris, I don't know if you just saw that, but he tried to snooker him behind those 3 balls, and now, yeah, he's in control still. But does that red, the 2, the top one, go?
I'm not sure by this camera angle. If it doesn't, Seb's played a really good shot there. You may see him just tickle the black to the cushion as well.
Yeah.
It's not the best shot.
No, because it doubles now, doesn't it?
Well, he's left him an opportunity to play the plan and bring the 8 ball out in the same shot. Kind of a free shot.
I don't think he's going to do that. He's going to play a double, Chris.
No, I don't think he is. I think what you're going to see is he's going to put the yellow in the middle, the yellow in the corner, then bring the black out. It's a free shot to bring the black out, so why wouldn't you play it?
It makes sense.
Again, completely the wrong shot. Put the yellow in the centre pocket, you've got a perfect angle to knock the black out. He may still even clear up for me, which I think he probably will. But it's just his shot selection at vital times in the game that's costing him.
Told you to play the double.
Well, I think he'll get this. He's good at these doubles, this Seb. Oh, has he fluked it? No, and another one that he's giving away. This match could be really close if Seb would have taken a few of these opportunities.
But like you say there, it was a free shot to get developed with black. What? Why? He's not even thinking.
He isn't thinking because of the speed that he's playing at. But that's the way he plays, and if he wishes to continue playing that like that, then the mistakes are going to keep happening.
Sure.
Yeah, nice little head there by Neil. If he'd have flicked that red, he could have been in trouble, but he's played it well.
And obviously, being 8-3 up, confident.
There we have it. 9-3 to Neil Raybone. 2 away from
Victory.
going into the next round. What do you think to the new rack, Stefan?
Yeah, like I said before, I'm a big fan, Chris. Yeah, you've got to use it in the kind of environment that we're in. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, you know, play local league and things like that. It's going to be a complete nightmare. But for this environment, the balls are always touching. You can't cheat with a rack because it's got to be on the line and it's got to be, you know, it's there, so the rack can't. You can't alter the rack, can you? It's the same rack every time.
Well, you can alter it. But there's always a ways and means.
But you know what I mean, don't you? The basics of it are the balls are touching, everything's the same. how he's landed.
Red off the yellow in the centre. Oh, he's fluked one. He deserves a little bit of luck, to be fair.
So, come on.
Sometimes things like this can kick you on as well.
He won't on it either.
Well, it's looking ever more like it's going to be 10-3. Had a nice little bit of good fortune there in the last visit and didn't take advantage.
Yeah, Neil just goes about his work. It's nice, steady pace. Neil's not a slow player by any stretch of the imagination.
Well, what Neil does is he makes sure of everything. Every correct angle, everywhere where he wants that cue ball. I don't like to say it, but this is the difference between a seasoned professional and a money match player. Well, he's landed short there. That's not his best shot.
I think he might be able to just run into the red crystal.
Well, I'm not sure. He has to play it with a bit of side, I think, if he needs that to happen.
He might even hit the top red.
Well, that wouldn't be as bad. He needs to be careful. He doesn't want to slide off it thin.
Yeah, he's done it.
Like that.
Yeah, he did it. Exactly what you said. If he hit it thin, he had to turn it inside, didn't he? The best thing for Seb, obviously, if you can keep him off the hill, then keep him off the hill, he's still in for a chance, aren't you?
Yeah, while they need two, you've always got a chance. While they need one, you've got a chance, but especially two. He's got 3 cushions and try and pop this in the top corner. Good effort. Oh, he has a nice little bit of fortune as well.
Yeah.
Yellow's gone over the top pocket, but
I think he can move that out of the way, can't
yeah, he's going to pop the red in the corner then.
he? In off the yellow, should play.
No, why would he play it off the yellow? Roll through for the yellow in the corner. This is what I'm saying, Stefan. Why would you want to play a ball off
You don't
the
have to,
yellow?
'cause it obviously
There's
move it.
absolutely no reason whatsoever.
I'm just thinking how Seb plays. Told you. I knew he was going to do it.
But
now.
it's not the right shot. Whether he plays or he don't play, it's not the right shot.
I wouldn't have done it. I'd have played and rolled it in, but I knew what we were going to do. Oh my god.
Well, I'm sorry, but this is just, well, unforgivable. That's all I can say. He's just trying to show off, playing to the crowd, and there's no reason to do it because he's still in the match.
He's not now. Unbelievable. But yeah, I wouldn't have played it in nothing yellow. I'd have rolled. You done.
Absolutely
no need to. No
Yeah,
need
but
to.
what happened there is when Seb got to table, he
He
looked
immediately
and he
thought
saw
of
the first thing, oh, I'll play it off the yellow.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he saw straight away. And that's where he needs to take a little bit of time, just have a look round the table. I mean, I'm saying it, and I'm one of the fastest players on the planet. But I wouldn't play anywhere near as quick as what Seb's playing. It doesn't make you any better. All it does is make you make more mistakes. And whatever happens in this match, I'm friends with Seb, and he needs to go away and watch this match back. And if he doesn't learn, what he's doing and why he's doing it, then I'm sorry, but he's going to keep doing this over and over and over again.
Yeah, well, I said, I mean...
And it's not nice to see, because I know how good he is. He's a very, very good player. But I watched the money match against Declan Brennan last week, and he did the exact same thing. Declan played great, but he did the same thing. He just kept missing and missing and missing and not playing safe when he should have played safe. I mean, there was 2 or 3 racks what I watched where Declan had only 1 or 2 balls on the table, and Seb went for the clearance. Well, just snook. You've won the game.
Mm-hmm.
It's just absolute madness. Again, another powerful break there from Neil, and no ball's gone down. And he's been fortunate again, because the reds are the best set.
Can't see one.
Well, he needs to use that yellow in the middle of the table to go 2 cushions and break the other 2 up. Oh, he's been unlucky there. He's been very unfortunate to land there. But does the yellow pass the red in the corner?
He's got it in the middle.
No. I think it's the old saying, my name's Ron and I'm gone. You have to feel sorry for Seb. I know I keep saying he's a very good player and what have you, but it's so disheartening to watch him struggle like this. You know, because he's a very likeable lad, nice guy. Nobody likes to see anybody struggle like this.
Of course, and like we said, we both know him well. He's a mate of ours, and you know, just like Neil is. But well, I've not seen Neil do that for a long time. I thought
That's because it wasn't Neil, Stefan.
Sorry, that was it. I won't pay attention to that. But no, just what we've got saying now. He's more than capable, and he knows what's happening. It's just forget about this match, and he'll have to move on the hard way, won't he?
We've got a guy on saying, I've seen Zeb play 25 frames and not miss a ball. Not miss many balls. Well, there's probably 1,000 people that play pool that have done that. That's nothing special, I'm afraid. It's all about how good you are when you're playing a very good player, and how good you are against a club player. He's probably just having a bad day, to be honest. We all have them.
Yeah, we said that, didn't we? You know, it can happen to anyone.
It does happen, and obviously the longer it goes on, the harder it gets.
I think Seb will just want to get out of here, forget this match.
Yeah, he just needs to get away and regroup himself. And like I said, he'd even watch it back and just think, well, why did I do that? Did I have to do that? Could I have had a different option? Could I have played a better shot?
So just got to make sure now.
Well, that's a good shot, but he needs to be a little bit careful. I think I'll be just screwing into the yellow softly.
Yeah, I won't be a fan of trying to get through the gap and stuff.
Well, you can go through the gap, there's nothing wrong with that, but Cannon's a yellow is perfect.
There you go. Played it hard to make sure, and it's probably the right shot. So, ladies and gentlemen, if he gets these 2, that's a victory. Obviously. And that's 11-3, so well played, Neil.
I think we have a winner.
Hard line, Seb.
Unlucky Seb. Struggled in that match, did Seb, and hopefully in his next match he'll come back stronger.
Yeah.
Very disheartening and not nice to see. Nobody likes to see that.
one to forget about for Seb, and then just kick on for the next round.
Congratulations to Neil.
Neil played well, just did a job there, didn't he? So from me and Chris, that's over and out. You're playing at 5:30, I'm playing at 10 tonight, so we'll see you later. Goodbye.
Thanks, everyone.
Oh, just before we do go as well, just to let you know, there'll be a quick interview after the match with Neil, and then we'll get Mick Hill and Mark Ashby on at 3 o'clock. Thank you.
Well, back in the studio again, this time with a win under your belt. Well done, Neil. 11-3, was it?
11-3, yeah.
So you said you're playing well?
Yeah, I feel really good in the balls. I feel like when the opportunity arises, I feel like I'm going to clear up. I just need to break a bit better, I think, to go deep in the tournament. But yeah, I feel good.
So how are you finding the short rack? Does it work, complement your break?
Yeah, I think it's a great invention. Obviously, for what it's designed for, in order for all the balls to be touching, it's perfect. Because I'm not a great racker with the balls either, so it's like, yeah, it's a perfect.
Good. So again, do you know who you've got in the next round? Have you been watching the draw?
Not sure. I tend not to look too far ahead. Obviously, the field's that tough that you can't look too far ahead really. So.
I know there's some tough matches out there. I noticed that Tom Cousins is 9-7 down to the Irish boy Declan. Is it Brennan?
Declan Brennan,
he's 9-7 down. I think he's done 7-8 balls.
Oh, is he? That's what I mean. It's so tough. You can't really look too far ahead, really. So.
And he's been practicing for his money match, hasn't he? So that would have helped him.
His
recent match.
Well, I think he actually played Seb, who I just played as well. So.
Yeah. So he's softened him up for you.
Yeah.
Okay, well, the next match on the stream will be Michael against Mark Asprey. That'll be at 3 o'clock. Join us shortly.
I don't know. Just finished. So I'll ask in a second. It's playing dead slow. This is the really slow. So I'm gonna. It feels a bit damp in here today.
Good areas to go.